say the funny business is, you know, if you take your own if it was in the investments that it was like the right. Which means that if we look at that now all of a sudden you get, you know, 20% less of right. So structuring it, that's like literally one thing that takes 2 minutes. You change the investments, that can literally impact like years of so it's just, it's, you know, it's something that actually isn't as complex. Right. Right. You know, so it's cool. That's a fun job. It's really I was in staffing. Okay. So it was kind of this. Right. Now.
Good morning, Ferndale. We're going to get ready to get started here. Actually, we're going to get started. It's about 9 o'clock, so if you want to grab your coffee, find a place to sit and hang out. We have a full program here today, and we're excited that y'all made time to come here for 1 million bucks. All right, so if you can find your seats, we're going to get started in just a minute or two here.
That's not going to work.
Give me a couple of weeks, I'll have a 3D printer. You can make whatever you need.
That would be fantastic.
2 weeks from yesterday.
Yeah? Sweet. Good for you.
How you doing? Good?
We have 8 people on YouTube.
We have 8 people on YouTube. I wonder if Donna is one of those people.
It's not me.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Melissa. I'm one of the volunteer organizers for 1 Million Cups, DetroitMetro. So welcome to our community. I see a lot of familiar faces here. I see a couple of new faces here. So thank you all for coming and trying this out. I'm sure that you will notice, do we have clicker? Or no clicker, you're going to help me. I'm sure that you're going to notice when I ask a few questions here in a few minutes, what kind of a family we have in this space here at 1 Million Cups. All right, so the sign over my head here talks generally about what 1 Million Cups is all about. It is a free nationwide program that is set up to educate and engage entrepreneurs. And it was founded in 2012 by the Kauffman Foundation, right? Kauffman Foundation, who gives us the framework or the licensing to be able to run the program as volunteers like we do. We must be doing something good because a lot of you keep coming back, so thank you for that. And the idea is that we will make connections and we will share with each other tools and resources that we all could use in our businesses, whether you're a startup business or a supplier to startup businesses, or just part of the ecosystem, like our main sponsor, Open Thrive is, that really can help anyone who's launching a business do better at what they do. So we have about 107 communities that meet all around the nation here on Wednesday mornings. It's the only time that 1 Million Cups is supposed to happen, is Wednesday mornings. So if you're ever traveling and you want to kind of get this same experience or see how other communities do it, please go and check out if you can do that or not. Go to see a new 1 Million Cups and then come back here and tell us how much better we are than they are. I think we are. All right, hey Drake, thanks for bringing the donuts today. Awesome, Drake is back in the house. Nice to see you. Drake's one of our volunteer organizers here, or used to be, but we're going to say he's alumni. He's alumni, yeah. All right, so how many people here are part of our long-standing, now year and a half, 1 Million Cups community? If you've been here before, please raise your hand so the folks in the room can see who keeps coming back here. Thank you. And then if you've presented your business, can you raise your hands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 people in here that are giving back to the community, right? So they came up here, they did a presentation in a vulnerable way about a part of their business that they wanted to hear from our community about, and they are coming back. See if they can help you out. Now, how many people are here for the very first time? All right, keep your hands up, you guys, because you get a free gift, a special gift from us, a nice welcome. Thank you, our community. This is some of the swag that 1 Million Cups provides us to be able to make you all feel welcome. Take all your notes in this, bring this back each time that you come. All right, so we have, this is what our schedule looks like upcoming for presenters, right? So we're gonna have an update on June 4th, Perfect Choice Cleaning Solutions. Is she here today? Is Andrea here today? She'll probably be here. She can't help but come here all the time. So we have a past presenter coming next week, and then Incubizo, the venue that we're standing in now here, is going to present a situation that they're dealing with to get feedback from you guys. All right, can you go to the next slide? All right, so speaking of Incubizo, this is some of the things that Incubizo offers here. They offer flexible co-working spaces, business mailing box addresses. I don't know if you were here last week. New people were not, but Carmen over here by the donuts, she is the Incubizo woman extraordinaire here, and if you have any questions about Incubizo, please talk to Carmen. But last week she said, if you have a business and you're using your home address, stop doing that. Consider renting mailbox here so that you have an official business address for your business. And then this is a take out your phones moment, so we're going to pause on this screen, and this is going to happen a couple times. We'll have some QR codes that are coming up. New way of doing things. You folks in the back, can you tell me if this QR code is accessible from way back there? You can? You got a thumbs up? Oh, see, that's great. Good job, Carmen. You made it nice and crisp. So what Incubizo asks as our in-kind venue is that you sign up for the newsletter and that you follow them on socials, which really means you're hanging out with Carmen, who really produces some fun stuff on socials, good reels and things. Okay, so presenting. This is what it means to present, right? It is not a pitch, and it is not to be networking from the stage and not asking for investment. And so this isn't Melissa sharing this with you or our organizing committee. This is the framework that we work with from 1 Million Cups. So any community you go to in the United States, you should see the same thing. There's a person that comes up, they have an issue as a business owner, so first they have to tell us who they are, and then they want to share with us what problem they're resolving in the world. What service do they offer? What product do they offer? And then where are they challenged, like right now, as a business owner? And it might be something that's this month or this quarter, or it's a repeated problem that's been happening year after year, month after month, week after week. And they get a coach, a free coach with our team. We have 18 people on our organizing committee here, and 5 of us are business coaches. And we specifically help coach you on this presentation so that you can present in about 5 to 8 minutes, backstory, who are you, what problem you're resolving, and where are you challenged right now. And then you can come up and do what our speaker will be doing with us today. All right, housekeeping. Where is our iPad that we're using for check-in? Does anyone have the iPad? Christina, I think it's by you. If you have not checked in on the iPad, this really helps us to know who is in the room. If you have not, can you raise your hand so we can make sure we can get that to you? All right, we're gonna start passing that around. So just, can you pass that around, Christina, from where you are?
I think she's charging it because it's...
Yeah, but is it gonna work to pass around now or no? She's saying it should be okay to pass around. Yeah, so if you've logged in before, you really just have to do one tap and then I think your name and it pops up and says you're signed in. All right, So this is how it's gonna roll today. Can you just go back one more to the sign-in thing? This is how it's gonna roll today. And pretty much every time you come here, it'll be one of our MCs on our organizing committee. Today it's me, telling you a little bit of the background, and then we'll invite up a coffee sponsor. So if you want to sponsor coffee, just like the Small Business Association Brandon is doing today. Brandon? Right. Okay. You will actually get to pitch your business, so you don't have to be a coffee business. You can be an ecosystem, like Small Business Association is, or you could be SCORE, or you could just be your own small business and pay for coffee for the house. So let's all thank Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks, Small Business Association, for buying coffee for the house. You get to pitch for a couple of minutes, and then I'll come back on stage and we'll invite our speaker up. And so our presenter today is going to be Asha House. Asha House. Just Asha. Yes, so she'll come up after the coffee sponsor. And then this is the rules for the audience, right? So not always do our MCs say this, but this is part of my MO. So if you're gonna come up here and offer a suggestion or ask a clarifying question, or even share an experience that you have that relates to what Donna's gonna share with us as their business challenge, just keep it short, a couple minutes at the most, so that everyone that has an opportunity to offer them support can come up. And when you do come up, you're going to stand over here on this side so that this 1 million cups thing is behind you, because our fabulous Carmen does snap some wonderful candids. We are looking for a new photographer, right Carmen? She wants somebody else to be doing those pictures, but you'll come up on this side and you speak on the mic just like I'm speaking on the mic, so that our YouTube audience can hear what's going on. And we post this afterwards online so that presenters can actually watch what happened here. And that's why we're using microphones here. So if you don't want to use the microphones, you want to offer experiences in some other way, via our email or anything else, one of our last slides today is going to have our link tree on it with all of the ways that you can reach out to the 1 Million Cups community to help people that are in our community. Okay, so it is now your turn, Brandon, to come on up and tell us about Small Business Association and whatever you want to share today.
This is okay.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We are the United States Small Business Administration, not to be confused with SBAM. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Secondly, SBA did not pay for this. Brandon Aylock did.
Thank you.
I just want to make that clear too. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is I'm the outreach and marketing specialist for the U.S. Small Business Administration. And I'm just going to briefly touch on what we call 3 C's and a D. That's what's up here on this slide. Actually, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start with the D first. So no one thinks about disaster relief until something adverse affects you or your business. So we do distribute low-interest disaster relief loans to nonprofits and for-profit businesses and homeowners and renters if something adverse affects you. So we have a whole portal for that. If there's a declaration in FEMA and your insurance doesn't cover it, we can be the bridge in between all of that. The first C I wanted to touch on is the federal government contracting. There are 4 certifications that we have that are free that small businesses can apply for on our website. We have the Small Disadvantage, including the 8A Business Development Program. We have the WASB, which is the Woman-Owned Small Business Certification. We also have the Hub Zone, which is the Historically Underutilized Business Zone certification, as well as the Vet Cert for veterans only. It gives you access to working with different government agencies, USDA, DOD, so on and so forth. The second C, I should say, which most people really need, because if you're a startup or an existing business, you need money, right? Anyone ever said, never mind, I'm not even gonna say that here. I was just thinking about that. But access to capital. Whether you're a startup or you're an existing business, we don't lend money directly through this process. We use lenders, traditional and non-traditional lenders, to do that. And doing that, we want to make sure that you're a U.S. citizen, you have a business plan with projections that are not overinflated or understated, We want to have your personal taxes at a minimum of 3 years. And if you already started your business, we want your business taxes as well. And that's what the lenders require. Some people don't know how to pitch to a lender. We have things called Are You Lender Ready to get you situated to pitch to a lender. And the particular loans, we have a 7A loan that goes up to $5 million. We have the 504 that goes up to $5.5 million, depending on what you're trying to do with it. And then and those are usually for existing businesses. For startups, we have microloans that go from $500 to $50,000, and the Community Advantage, which is from $50,000 to $750,000. So, again, we have different options to help, and they are for-profit businesses only. However, if you're not ready for any of that, we have things that are free. I was talking, Anita, can you raise your hand? There's Anita. She was talking about some things that she was trying to do, and she went to get a business plan done. And you know what, I forgot. Where's Drake at? He's that boy. Drake's my guy. I just want to give him a shout out. But going to get your business plan, going to get your marketing plan done. And people charge for that. I understand that certain people have consulting businesses, but at the SBA, we can do that stuff for you for free. Or I like to say free 99, okay? And through our resource partners, which is the last C, we help in that process through individuals like the Women's Business Center, including the Great Lakes Women's Business Council, which is in Livonia. We have Vet Biz Central for veterans and their spouses. And we have the Small Business Development Center, which with them, they do a wide array of things, including competitive analysis and looking at things like that. However, I want to speak on SCORE. Matt and Harold, can you raise your hand? So these are two SCORE mentors. What SCORE is, they are a national mentoring organization comprised of retired and current business executives and business owners that want to impart their knowledge upon you. And their tagline is for the life of your business. They won't do the work for you, but what they will do is keep you accountable and give you the advice to make sure that your business continues to move forward and thrives. So again, I could talk on and on and on about what they do, how they are, but contact me. I'll have, this is my contact information. So out of the 83 counties in the state of Michigan, I have Lake County, Washtenaw County, Oakland County, Genesee County, and everything north of Ross County. So any of you that have homes up north, once you get past Milwaukee, and I'll debate with my people in the UP as well when you go north. So give me a call, follow us on LinkedIn, send me an email, shoot me a dove. What was I going to say? Oh, the newsletter as well. So please leave a voicemail message if you don't get in contact with me, because I will call you back. All right, I am done.
Thank you. You did a great job. You did a great. I could listen to your voice all day long, Brandon. That was very nice. All right, hopefully you guys grabbed that screenshot of his contact information. It was www.sba.gov/updates. Is that the e-newsletter?
Yes.
/updates. He said that was his ask, really, right? So be aware of what the United States Small Business Association can offer for you and what SCORE mentors can offer for you. All right, well now it is time for our presenter. So Donna is going to come up today. You're ready to come up whenever you are. Michael, do you want to sit closer up here in the front? You see a flyer on your desk there. That's the company that's presenting today. And Donna, this is where you can look if you see any notes for your screen. Okay?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good morning. So I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
I get in front of people all the time, but not about this. So I'm a healer and a teacher. I've been a healer for 30 years and a teacher for 25 years. And I recently rebranded. I used to have a holistic center and a school, and I decided it was too much. I didn't like managing people. I'm a healer, I'm a teacher, that's what I want to do. And I also wanted to take my curriculum and put it into videos and have a self-study version and things like that. So trying to keep up with the times and all that. So we started rebranding about 2 years ago. We changed the name, changed the location. I took on too much, actually. I built 2 years worth of curriculum. Videos, audios, manuals, and put that together into a website. And so what we do is self-development. We help people who have anxiety, depression, sensitive people, people who've gone through trauma. We help them on a healing path. So we have that program, and then we also have a program where I teach the style of healing I do. The style of healing that I do is like energy healing, like Reiki, if you've heard of that, meets hypnotherapy or subconscious reprogramming of beliefs, and meets inner child work, meets intuitive reading, and life coaching. Kind of like all that mixed up in one. And then my programs are designed to work on self-healing or to become a healer. So I think that what we're having trouble with is marketing, SEO, all of that, and then also getting the message across clearly about what we do. So I want some feedback on how I explain what we do, so that you can maybe help me explain it better to the layman. And so it's really, my mission is to help people come into self-love and to empowerment through learning how to reparent themselves, doing shadow work, learning how to have boundaries, things like this. So it's like psychology meets spirituality. So I also am trained in Kundalini yoga and things like that. So I use the science of yoga and other modalities that I've learned along the way, and I combine that together with the inner child work. And I have fabulous results. And it's just now about recovering from a little burnout with the rebranding and getting it out there to people. And I didn't realize rebranding was going to be like so much like starting over. So I guess.
So what have you tried so far?
So what we've tried so far, we've tried Google Ads. We need some help with somebody to teach us how to do our Google Ads or to do our Google Ads for us better. SEO, we have that done. I'd like to get it checked and make sure. It's like trusting the people with things that I don't know about, and finding the right fit for me. And because we've worked with several different people and been disappointed, social media interaction, getting our stuff out to people who are not just following us, like the SEOing of that. I feel like it looks good, it has a good message, people like it, and then converting people who come to our website, people who come to our social media and like our social media, and converting them into clients. And
So
then,
what you just said is summarized there. We're going to skip that slide.
okay. Sorry. I'm not really paying attention.
You're doing great, though. You're doing great.
Okay. So,
Can you scroll through to her challenge questions? Right, yes. He's gonna answer questions during the Q&A time. So I think you're ready to go to your challenge.
yeah, so I basically, that's a big long list, but basically what I said is, getting the message across so that people understand what we do and who we help and how it helps, and then the SEO stuff, the marketing.
Okay, so
Anything else?
do you see the questions on the screen? Can you see if
Oh.
those are valid?
would have helped you explain complex services.
Yeah, what words and metaphors can help me explain complex services that we offer? How do we approach converting curiosity into enrollment? This is just different ways of saying what I said, yeah, okay. And the platforms, and I think one thing that we did is we went too broad, too big, and we've been trying to less is more, so any advice about that too, you know?
Perfect. Can you go to the next slide just to show her contact? So we're going to hold that for a minute. So tell people that this is how they reach you. We're going to go back to
This is
Michael.
how you reach us, if anybody wants to reach us. Plus, we put flyers out about the different things we do. There's also a free meditation that there's a link for there that you can get if you would like. So, yeah.
We're going to have So Donna, right, we have a good grip on what it is that they really need some help with. So Michael is part of Donna's team, and Michael is going to share a little bit about, where does he need to stand, Ryan?
Actually, where he's at's fine.
Michael's going to share a little bit of what he's doing with social media and what kind of traction he's getting or not getting. So he wants to give you a little background, and then it will be time to please line up and offer any suggestions or experiences that you can help them with. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael. I work with Donna. I am actually a practitioner at the school, but that's a whole other kind of
You got this a little bit.
Got it. Okay. And I basically help with Donna with the back of the house. Everything I've done has been self-taught. And so it's been quite the learning curve on this roller coaster journey with Donna to do this. And what I have seen is that we have put trust in the individuals that are telling us, we got this SEO to this point, but then I go back in because I'm a MacGyver, and if I see something in the red, it ain't green, right? So that's telling me that they're not doing the job that we're paying them all this money to do. So that's basically what we need is we need people to guide us in the right direction, that take time to get to know our business and understand it. You don't have to be an expert, but be able to help us convey the message that we need to get to our target audience, which is people that want to elevate their consciousness and to heal themselves from any types of trauma. You know, there's a whole litany of stuff like that. So that is what we need help with. We need help with getting our message out for social media. I do the graphics, which are pretty fabulous. I help with the videos. I've optimized. I am pretty good at AI, and so I help with that. We're on Google, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook. You name it, we probably have something for us. But our biggest challenge is we're not getting the results that we need. And then it's we're going to do a YouTube channel. We're going to do Spotify. And it's like always going to that next nugget. But we don't really know if that's really working, right? So that's really what we need is have somebody help us, or individuals to help us really be able to do something well, rather than just having all these broad platforms where we're killing ourselves with all this time, effort, and hours, right? Because everything takes time when you do it yourself, to really just do something and give a profound impact, because nobody knows our business better than we do. So what we need is somebody to kind of guide us and hold our hands on the way to be able to do what we're here to do.
Perfect. Okay, you said it perfect. You said it perfect. I think we all feel that kind of angst,
And this
right?
is my first public speaking in over 20 years.
Donna, you want to come on back up here? Did Michael say it the way that you felt represented what you need? Yes. Okay. Cool. So they're looking for support. So if anyone here has social media that you're using to help run your business that is working or is not working, or you're feeling that pain of like which one really speaks to our market, please come up and offer suggestions. And anything else, Donna is very interested in knowing if she's explaining her business well enough. It can be complex, it can be simple, but she'd like feedback on that. So please come on up, and these are her basic questions. David, you can be first? All right, here you
go. David Benjamin, marketing consultant. When it comes to social media, what I have found is most businesses aren't spending time with the hard stuff, which is research, finding people that are your target demographic to like their page, comment, and like their content, right? So it's not really the time spent creating content, but it's how much time on a daily basis are we looking for the right people to connect with on there through search, using hashtags, right? There's all sorts of ways to identify the right people that are most likely to be interested in your business. Those are the people you want to engage with. Then you can see who they're engaged with, because they're like-minded. And so it's a great way to then find the right people, but it takes a lot of time. And so you just want to make sure that you're allocating that time towards that process, because that's what's going to allow you to be successful when you eventually post your content, because now you have a bigger audience that hopefully is engaged because you've been engaged with them throughout the process.
Thank you.
Come on, Jules, come on up. Thanks, David, that was great.
Hello, I'm Jewel Leonard, and I have been living your pain since like May last year. And so, first thing is marketing execution is, I took the screen. Marketing execution is easy. You can get a single platform like ours, it's licensed in the middle. The hard part is to define your audience, which was your first question, and say, how do I reach my people? That market has a lot of people in it. But as you know, as intuitive, your people will find you. So the other path is you could take the courageous journey of educating people who are not in that community. Like the path, you need to build your process, your revenue engine, sales, marketing, and how you interact. Once you have your roadmap, then you pick the areas that you're going to go into and choose the tool that's going to best reach that particular audience. Instead of like all the tools and going everywhere, you decide on your roadmap and then execute that way, would be my suggestion. So I have a free streamline and scale session, and that's what it's designed to do, to give you a high level of your whole roadmap. So I'm going to give you my card, and hopefully I can help you that way.
Thank you.
So, does anyone here have a red Santa Fe? Red Santa Fe. Your car is in the way of the tree cutters outside, so you're gonna have to move your car. There's a parking lot on the side of the building with tons of spaces in it. All I know is that the tree cutters came to the door and said, Red Santa Fe, gotta move. All right, so let's, you wanna come on up? Got a stand mic in here.
Hi, I'm Donna LB. I'm a content creator and influencer. So I've seen a lot of the stuff you're going through. People are really finding a challenge, getting the traction they need, the visibility, and that's what it's about, is the visibility. Because you can make all the content you want, it can be fantastic content, but if people aren't seeing it, you're not getting eyes on it, it doesn't matter. So my suggestion is to really engage with, I would say, the influencer community, because that community is growing as fast as anything I've seen. And the wellness community is huge. Like over the past decade, it's grown like by leaps and bounds. So people are looking for what you guys are doing. One suggestion I would say is to have maybe a community event or engage with. So ideas kind of swirl around in my head, but you need to get engaged with more influencers. Because as visible as all the tools and everything you're doing is great, you need people who already have an audience or can at least push your content to the forefront.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sri from Incubizo. What you guys are doing a great job already. One of the topics I want to bring into your attention is being a podcaster or being a guest on a podcast. There are a lot of services that are not really that expensive. They're quite affordable services that you can be as a guest on a podcast. One of the websites I would recommend you to check out is called matchmaker.fm. Matchmaker. that's where all the podcasters are available that you can interact with. It's quite a community. It's not that expensive to be a member of that community. But again, you have to be active in the probably 5-10 minutes. You spend time to look at who are the hosts and what you can present to them to match to their audience. That could give you a leg up. That
That is something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
it is time consuming, like any other marketing.
Yeah.
But that's
That's helpful because I want to teach them how.
great. Matchmaker. I'm not a retailer for it. I just
What's the website again?
matchmaker.fm. So disclosure, I'm not a retailer or reseller for that website. I enjoy it, so I'm giving it to you.
Hi, how you doing? Good, my name's Dennis. You know, there's a bunch of people waiting for you to show up. There really is. We get so nervous about, opportunities and wish we could do this, wish we could do that, but the bottom line is that you have something that's major that people really, really need. The thing is knowing where to find it. And it's sort of like going fishing. What type of tackle do you use to catch that type of fish, that time of day, that situation, and be able to connect with that? So I'm going to give you an example. Has anybody here ever watched Outdoor Boys on YouTube? That's it?
Really? Just me? He just closed his account. He just
That's
closed it out.
amazing. Everyone here ought to look up Outdoor Boys on YouTube because that's all about organic growth.
Yeah.
That's all about organicness. And I'm going to share with you their value proposition. Do you know what your value proposition is? Not yet. Okay, let's just say not yet rather than no. Okay? Because we're a growth-minded, right? Growth mindset. So their value proposition is family-friendly, hands-on outdoor adventure content that educates, entertains, and inspires. That's what they do. I highly recommend you watch that later on today. You're going to be addicted to it. Our grandkids watch that more than you do playing their videos. Absolutely amazing, okay? The other thing is that they have over 15.7 million subscribers, all organic. They have 2.6 billion, with a B, views across 489 videos. Just brief videos about living in Alaska. It's really absolutely amazing. So on Instagram, they have 977,000 followers, and Facebook, over 500,000 followers. So what does this all say to you? What does this mean for you? Think about this. The way to connect with people is to first know what your target market is. We've heard earlier people talking about this. Know your target market. Who are the people that are waiting for you to show up? Where are they at? Where do they hang out at? How do you connect with them? It isn't about paying a bunch of ads and all that. That's not what it's about. Get online now and just start sharing. It's free. Just get your phone and start sharing some great content with them, right? Little breakthroughs. And what are the top 3 to 5 problems that keep showing up with the people you're striving to connect with? And share that. And eventually, a lot of people should come in, yes, I want to talk with you guys. But you have to give a lot first, which I'm sure you do now. But it's what you're giving, where and when and how. And again, it doesn't take a lot of Facebook ads. And I'm not a Facebook ad person like that. It's just, I know that for me to be interested in something, I have to feel like it's doing something for me that addresses my problems, something that I'm yearning for, a pain or a gain. Okay? So, biggest message here, watch Outdoor Boys. I'm not trying to market this. It's just we learn a lot of lessons as entrepreneurs that are some great messages in that content. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Danita, but when I am Donna.
I won't miss it.
I'm not going to talk to you about marketing because we have a lot of resources here, but I just want to go back to basics because I looked at your website and the landing page says School of Healing Arts. So in my mind, if I'm a customer, I'm thinking this is a school that's going to teach me how to do something. So I think being really clear on what it is you do, because even if you engage with marketing folks, you have to be clear on what you do. And as a customer, I always want to know what's in it for me. So if it's, you're going to teach me something, or I'm gonna be healed from something that I'm struggling with, you know, let me know that, because it's about me. You have a lot of great experience and I love what you're doing, but you have to translate that into what adds value to me as a customer.
Hello, I'm Phoenicia. Nice to see you. So one platform, which I thought was very interactive, and a lot of us in here are there, is a line pool. You can also kind of target your market there too, and it's very like open forum and inviting. So I would join there. And then I know there was other marketers. No one's going to invite those, but Angelo from Austin Media Group. We're in a collaborative group, and he's pretty awesome with SEO, Google Ads. Over the pandemic, he grew his company to over 6 figures, you know, through that marketing, so pretty good. Also, Jewel was here. I think last week I mentioned messaging and talking to a marketer. I know you were like, something you said, I can't remember, so maybe it was that. I worked with Open Drive, because you can get these services for marketing and things like that. They can help you. Why digital marketing help me? And, for partnerships, Judith A. Cox of the Mindfulness Institute. She does our morning networking meetings for the Pontiac Chamber, and we do, before we start, heart coherence. And it's basically, okay, perfect. So I can connect you with her on LinkedIn. That's it.
Keep going.
We need like an X right now. Hi. So great job, great presenting. Something that I would like to see on social media, I think that would be really cool, is testimonies, because you have a huge community. You have tons of followers on Facebook, tons of reviews on Google, over 100 followers on Instagram. You have over 200 followers on Instagram, which is good. So you're already there. I think showing that value and showing the ROI people will be getting is going to be very helpful, especially because what you're doing is not showing off a website. It's not showing off a social media asset, nor really a product. It's showing the transformation of somebody, and they need to see that. I think that will persuade, which will lead into conversions, and then simplify the website too. Less text, more images. When I go on the website, the first thing I want to see is maybe yoga or Reiki, or maybe you even doing that, or you leading a class. And in addition to finding your target market, think about hosting events for target markets. Like, are you looking for corporate? Are you looking for parents?
So I did want to get into some corporate, like I did for the holistic nurses, like a week ago. Henry Ford, the holistic nurses at Henry Ford, I went and I presented, I did a group healing, did sound healing, and talked about what I do, and it went amazing. And I loved it, and I had so much fun, and I want to do more. So, and I do have an event which is out there, the Healing Experience. So it gives people a taste, and that is how we have given people a taste to draw them in. So, yeah. So.
You're already there. Keep killing it. It's a big deal to already have that under your belt. Talk about that in your social media, and then if you want to scale something that'd be cool, just a little nugget. What if you hosted events with your target audience in the title? So, reparenting for professionals, reparenting for the CEOs, reparenting for C-suite members, reparenting for parents themselves, you know? Things like that, and start purposefully hosting events for your target audience. That way, they're the only ones coming there for that. Just little nuggets. My name is Daryl. Great to meet you both. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Does anybody else have any advice? Oh, again, okay. Bring it on.
So, just so it's actionable. What I meant by like connecting with influencers, find your favorite influencers on Instagram. I'm sure you guys follow people or have looked at other people, but local influencers, like find them, see who you want to work with. They don't have to be like wellness influencers necessarily, because a lot of us just like to do fun stuff and we have an audience. But I can definitely help you out with the cool people to connect with too.
Thank you.
Awesome. I feel like that went pretty well. All right, excellent. And then, Daryl, that was really wonderful. I could tell you were like coming right from the heart with that stuff. You just did an event with the Henry Ford Holistic Nurses. So to take on Daryl's suggestion by reaching out to the person who organized that to say, hey, anyone experiencing good stuff this week, I could use some testimonials. Just email the person you made the connection with that event with and say, I could use some testimonials. Anyone want to speak on behalf of that? I mean, what's the worst they can tell you? Cool. Next slide. Okay, this is what, so thank you all for your feedback and for presenting information. If you want to reach out to Donna at any other time, like you can email her, use the contact in the link tree, and her and Michael could really use anyone who didn't want to speak on the microphone today or might think of something later on today or next week, please reach out to her. She would love to know how she can continue to incorporate good things in her business. All right, so now it is time to take out your phones because a whole bunch of announcements happen here near the end of our meeting. And first one is Women Who Thrive. This is a Thrive event. This is happening tomorrow, 5:30 to 7:30 at the West Bloomfield Library. So we've been promoting this for a little while here. But Oakland Thrive, our main sponsor here, 1 Million Cups, serves the whole of Oakland County. So this is one of their events. All right, the next slide here is an event that's happening right here in Incubizo. It is the Black Wealth Tours. This is also happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. So you have some choices. So feel free to grab this if you want that. So hold on to it for a second, Tony. All right, next slide. All right, this is Lisa Davis's program, the Sell Strategy, AI-powered revenue focus, no more guesswork. Lisa brought this up last week. She's going to be doing live virtual sessions starting in July, and she's getting people to sign up early for an early bird special price. And then David, if you want to come up and talk about your event. So David is one of our volunteer organizers. He helps us on our marketing team here. And if anyone else is interested in being an organizer, he's ready to back off of his volunteer position. He's been in it for a year, but if anyone wants to jump on and help volunteer with us, it's really LinkedIn, in LinkedIn, really, that's what we're having for me. Here you go.
All right, so I've been in marketing for the past 15 years and see a lot of change in the platforms. Many of you are small business owners or a business owner in a business that could use marketing help. And so on June 12th at Boozy's in Hazel Park, beautiful new bar, we're going to have a workshop, a lunch and learn. So we're going to provide lunch and go over a 2-hour hands-on tutorial of exactly how you can utilize Instagram for your business, and it will be very helpful for those that need that kind of expertise. So I'll be here for the rest of today or after today. If you have any questions, I can answer them for you.
Thanks, David. Thanks. So if you check out the 1 Million Cups LinkedIn and you check out the 1 Million Cups Instagram, David works with those and works with Terry Faison. Terry, raise your hand. She's a newer person on our community who's working with our Instagram. But David's just a great resource. So he's here. He'll answer any questions that you need about any of those platforms or others, I guess, too. So now I'd like to introduce Carolina with Oakland Thrive, who's the lead of the business-to-business partnership, and also Ferris Alami, who is the CEO of International Strategic Management. Together, these two are bringing something to our community that we've been kind of trickling out information about the last couple of weeks, but it is the Kaufman Fast Track Program. Right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carolina. the Director of Strategic Partnerships at Oakland Thrive. We are a nonprofit that supports small businesses in Oakland County. We're strategic partners with Oakland County government. And we support businesses through a couple different ways. We do one-on-one technical assistance support, workshops, cohorts, and trainings. And so today we're here to talk about an exciting opportunity regarding business plans. We have an upcoming cohort. The deadline to apply for this cohort is this Friday, May 30th. I have here with me Faris Salami from ISM, who we're doing this cohort in collaboration with, and we'd really like for him to share more about the program and why we should apply.
Thank you. Just quick, first of all, thank you all the time. Thank you, Josh and the team. Thank you, 1 Million Cups, of course. The program is designed to help people write a business plan. So if you are thinking of starting a business or you have an idea and you think you want to move it forward, the program is designed for that. I've been in business planning business for the past 30 years, and I would tell you this is the most prestigious business plan you can ever create. Okay? There are a bunch of other platforms out there that I also have as well. We have some other programs for business planning, but this is the most detail-oriented business plan you can think about. So the idea is to help you think through taking that idea and making it a business. What would it really take, and how would you make it apply? And it's step by step. There are some theories and lots of practicals. So it's all about how to apply the theory to your idea right away. So it's an open discussion. It's not a lecture style. We will have a 2-hour session at the Pontiac Oakland Thrive office, and then in between we will have a coaching session that's 1 hour on a Monday night that we could just gather and just have a kind of like we call it mastermind class for that session. And then of course in between there will be some kind of community that we built online for you to exchange information and practice. I could talk for hours, but
Did we mention it's free?
Oh yeah, it is sponsored by Oakland Thrive, and usually those kinds of programs. We are a technical assistance service provider for several other institutions, and I can tell you that when we write business plans, usually if we're supporting someone writing a plan, it's somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 just to support them. And if you're writing it for you, it's $10,000 to $25,000 as starting points. So you can have access to all the tools that we usually will share in this program at no cost to you. So I encourage you to apply, and looking forward to meeting you in person.
Hello everybody, my name is Marlon Lyons. I'll be championing this event, so that means that I'll be responsible for being able to make sure that you're there, you're engaged, and you're a part of it. And I have one request for you. I have the forms to be able to sign up here. You can scan the QR code to be able to sign up. But I want to let you know this, to sign up, it takes nothing. To stay involved and stay engaged, it takes everything. And if you are serious about signing up for it, then I need you to do some homework before you get there. And I need to know, what are you doing, why are you doing it, and what do you want to get out of this event? Because we're not here to help you fail, we're here to help you be successful. And that starts with yourself. And so you need to make a decision about how serious you are about what you talk about and get involved and get engaged. And the best way to do that is to make up your mind that you're going to complete it. Because quitters never win and winners never quit. And so I need you to make up your mind that you're going to win. And it doesn't matter how you go through it and how you come over it. It's about what you are as a result of going through it. And so there's going to be some scrapes, there's going to be some scratches, and there's going to be some scars. If that wasn't the case, then you'd have never left the porch. So let's get busy and decide if you want to do this. Raise your hand and I'll come and bring you a form, but don't raise your hand unless you're serious. Because it is no cost to you, but it is not free. It is not free at all. And there's a price to be paid, so you can pay it up front and you can pay it later on. Yeah.
Okay, wow, okay. We got some people, raising their hands. There's the gentle Ferris approach, and there's the Marlon approach, right? So there are 20 spots in their Fast Track program. Like they said, it's going to be Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 at the Riker Building in Pontiac. And it is going to be like taking a class. And it is not just for startups. If you've pivoted your business or you're looking to figure out some structure or some framing around your business, this is what it's gonna go through for you. So each week is dedicated to these things up here: ideate, position, commit, refine, and then launch. So consider doing this as a gift to yourself, and meet some new friends and kind of go through it together so that you have people to support you. Okay, what's the next slide there? I think we're almost calling it a day. Okay, so then this is the Linktree link I mentioned earlier about 1 million cups. So if you click on this QR code, this will bring you to our LinkedIn, our Instagram, our webpage. And when I say our, remember we're a volunteer community. 1 Million Cups is a national program, so you'll be able to see some of the resources on here. And if you're interested in presenting, 1millioncups.com/present. That'll put you in the pipeline to present in our community. All right, so for those new people, this is what 1 Million Cups is all about, right? I promised you that we would start off with some information, a coffee sponsor that can pitch, a presenter that kind of shows some vulnerability, but hopefully got some really useful information. And because they shared what they shared, the rest of us also got some useful information. And then we have announcements at the end of the day that will hopefully help this business community. We curate these specifically because of what we know you all need. So I hope that that was really helpful for you. Now, the last thing we would like to ask your support with is that we'd like to do a group photo. This becomes the thumbnail on our YouTube channel that we will put up for this video. So we would like folks to gather up front here. Our presenter today is going to get a free orange tumbler. Both of you guys will get one, so you'll be kind of in the front of that picture. If you want to know where the photo goes, or if you want to see what any of the photos were from today, the QR code up there is Carmen Elaine's beautiful gallery of all the photos she's been taking for us since probably May of last year. So you guys want to start gathering up front, and the last slide that we're going to show here is really that at 10:30, we need to calm down the social networking and stuff that's happening here because this is a workspace. So the idea would be for us to, mingle, meet, hang out, step outside if you can, if you want to continue it after 10:30, but we like to make sure that the workspace is quiet at that time. And then Carmen, they can still stay if they want to work. So if you wanted to stay here for the day, Incubizo also offers this as a space if you've attended 1 Million Cups to work for free in this area or upstairs. All right? Well, thank you all for coming to 1 Million Cups. And